This episode of Soldier Knows Best is brought to you by the Nissan Innovation Garage. Hey, what's up guys, Soldier Knows Best here. Well, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Apple announced the new iPhone 5 this week. Now, of course, anytime Apple announces a new product, there's going to be a whole bunch of celebration, and there's going to also be a whole bunch of criticism. Now, the biggest criticism of this latest iPhone is that it's not innovative. Apple really didn't take any chances to do really anything like that with this, and a lot of people are saying this new iPhone sucks. So in this video, I'm about to give you just my opinion about this whole iPhone 5 debacle. Now, the first issue I'm going to tackle is the hardware. Did Apple really do enough to make this thing better and just different enough from the iPhone 4S and the iPhone 4, which, you know, both the iPhone 4 and 4S look exactly the same. And the funny thing that Jimmy Kimmel did, I don't know if you saw that video, I'll put an annotation here somewhere, but he did a video showing people, telling people that this was a new iPhone 5, which actually it was just the iPhone 4S, and people were kind of duped into believing that. But anyway, I digress. That was a funny video. But I think Apple did do enough with the design change to make it look different from the iPhone 4S, enough to really make it look like a brand new device. And again, some people are kind of just pushing it to the side. Apple did design the world's thinnest smartphone with this new iPhone 5, so that's not an easy task to do, and especially since they had to make the camera smaller, and since everything really had to get smaller. Of course, they had to change the dock connector, but to be able to pack is just as much performance in the 4S, even more performance, and also to still keep around the same battery life and even better battery life in some cases. It's still an impressive feat of just engineering that Apple was able to do with it. So I think Apple, on the hardware standpoint, did a really good job. And again, they said this phone is going to be about twice as fast as the iPhone 4S, which is really the only thing you can really ask for the next generation product, for something to be twice as fast as the previous edition. And even the touchscreen does have a new display technology where it's going to make your touch input a lot faster, a lot smoother, and a lot more accurate as well. So everything with the phone looks faster. The pictures that Apple has showed us with the camera do look better. Again, we're gonna have to wait till we get those in-house to take our own personal pictures to really be the judge of that. But it really looks like Apple did do everything they needed to do hardware-wise and design-wise with this new iPhone. It's really all they could do. I don't know what people are expecting, quad-core, 6-core processor or something like that, but I think Apple did exactly what it needed to do for the hardware and the design. Now, the operating system, iOS, that is a different story, and that is my biggest complaint with this new iPhone 5. Did Apple do the necessary upgrades and necessary updates to iOS 6 that people were expecting? Did Apple check the box on all the big things? Yes, they did. I mean, I like the addition of Passbook. I think that's going to be a really cool application, something I'll probably start using more than Siri itself. And also, I would say that iCloud is the best cloud service out there right now in the market, especially for somebody who does have an iPhone, and especially if you do have a Mac running Mac OS X Mountain Lion. iCloud just works seamlessly, flawlessly. Your applications, your music, your movies, your notes, your emails, your calendar, your reminders, your alarms, all those things are just syncing all across from your desktop to your iPhone, to your iPad, whatever. So I think iCloud in iOS 6 is definitely better as well. And even I am kind of liking the new maps as well. I've been using iOS 6 for the past few months now, and I was kind of worried about transitioning over from Google Maps to the new iOS 6 maps, but I would say the maps are decent enough. I really can't wait to see it running on the iPhone 5's hardware. So I think Apple did check off a lot of boxes with iOS 6. But the big thing is that they really did not take a chance on iOS 6 when they should have. And the thing that I think a lot of people say that this new iPhone is just like the last one is because when you look at pictures, you look at video of it, the first thing you notice is the screen. And even though the screen is taller and the screen should be relatively better than the iPhone 4S's, it's still those same home screen icons on the front. And I think that causes a lot of people to really feel like this is the same phone from last year and the same phone from the year before that. Because just from the home screen, nothing has changed. You still have those same icons sitting there just looking at your face. And so the biggest want from people now, especially iOS users, not everybody, but the biggest one I think is just customization aspect that Android and other platforms do have, to be able to customize this device to your liking, whether it's adding a widget, whether it's just making your home screen look a little bit different, all the cool things you can do with jailbreaking the device. If Apple was just to bring over a couple of those clues over to iOS 6, I think they'll have a winner on their hand. I think they can afford to. I mean, even something as basic as, just like in Mac OS X, where you slide all the way over to the left and it pulls up your dashboard and you have a certain amount of widgets right there. Apple could have easily done that here with iOS 6, and especially since we have the taller screen, they have a lot more real estate to work with. And even they didn't open up the widget. They didn't make like an SDK or anything like that for other developers. Apple could have just made their own little stock widgets and put it over there, and maybe got a couple big players like Facebook and Twitter to make a widget. And I think they would have had at least enough customization to kind of ease people over. So ultimately, iOS 6 is not stuck, but it just could have been way better. And I think Apple really could have took a chance and just did something differently to it. And I'm not really expecting them to totally innovate the cell phone OS. The number one reason why I think a lot of people are butthurt over this new iPhone is because we already seen this thing like 2 or 3 months ago. Like the shells of this new iPhone, and people were rebuilding this new iPhone off of all the different components and parts that were being leaked from the manufacturers and the factories that actually make this device. We've already seen the exact thing. We saw the different color options for it. We saw the taller screen. We knew every little detail about the iPhone at this event before Apple even uttered one word about it. So it's kind of hard to really get excited over something that you saw 3 months ago. So I think that's the biggest reason why. So that's something really Apple's going to have to start battling is this. Are they going to be able to maintain that type of secrecy that they've been doing for these past few years? I don't think so, but that's something they're going to have to work towards. So does the iPhone 5 suck? No. Is it a necessary upgrade from the 4S to the 5? No. I think it's less of a necessary upgrade than it was from the 4 to the 4S than it is from the 4S to the 5, because basically iOS 6 is going to be exactly the same on both the 4S and the 5, but it's just that the 5, of course, is going to be running a lot smoother and a lot faster. So anyway, guys, it just about brings it into this video, but before we head out, here's going to take one last look at our sponsor for this video. Today's sponsor is the Nissan Innovation Garage, where Nissan is looking for the next big idea that's coming from you guys and gals out there. So they set up a virtual garage at nissaninnovationgarage.com, where you can go and submit your idea for a new type of toaster, a new type of car, a new type of remote control for your TV, really any other idea that you may be thinking of that's creative and something that may actually be useful. You can go and submit your idea. One of my ideas may be able to invent a new indoor charcoal grill so I can actually grill and it'll suck the smoke out of a vent or something like that. That's probably really stupid, but I am hungry right now while I'm recording it, so that's probably why I'm thinking about that idea. Really, guys, any idea that you think of, do submit it. You have until October 12th to submit your idea. That's when the contest ends. And so Nissan has a panel of engineers that are going to be picking 2 grand prize winners, and both of those winners are going to win a $50,000 grant to help fund their idea and a brand new 2013 Nissan Altima. So again, go to nissaninnovationgarage.com. Remember, the contest ends October 12th, and good luck. All right, guys, again, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment down below what you think about this new iPhone 5. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What could Apple have done better with this? Leave that comment down below. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.